Nigeria. And my first apology comes because it's been quite a while before the program came to you, to certain reasons. And secondly, for starting the program a bit behind the normal schedule. But thank God, at least we've seen through all the technical problems, and here we are. Please, my name is Fatai Ogunribido, and today's edition of the program is going to be very deep because it concerns our life as a people, our life as a country, and what actually the future holds for us as a people and as a country. Actually, for some time now, what has been trending way forward Nigeria, but today is going to be tilted towards our aspect of life as a part of Nigerians. I mean the southwest of Nigeria, which is the Yoruba part of Nigeria. What has the future hold for us as a people and as a nation, which we are in reality? And what actually has been the dream, our vision, objectives, mission as a people? Do we have one? Are we really serious about our position in today's Nigeria? And for that reason, because I'm going to deviate a bit so that we can discuss today more about political issues, socio-economic aspect of our life as South-Westerners in Nigeria. Once again, the program is Which Way Nigeria, and today, Ibinu Simi, because one tí o bá gbàgbé orísun ó máa ń gbé ni. Àwa lè ní nítorí wípé ó yẹ ká bá ara wa sọ òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. And mo ń gbìyànjú láti change protocol lẹ́ni nítorí wípé àárín ara wa àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan wà tó ṣe pàtàkì tó yẹ ká máa bára wa sọ nípa kí ni ọjọ́ iwájú kí ló ní fún wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Odùduwà. Àwọn wa tó ń bọ̀ ní ọjọ́ iwájú kí náà fẹ́ sọ nípa wa. Àwọn tá a bí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ǹjẹ́ wọ́n tiẹ̀ mọ orísun wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Nàìjíríà pàápàá gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. So if you are not actually understanding my language and you are a non-Yoruba person, bear with me because today's issue is going to be trashed about the challenges which has faced us as Yoruba people of Western states of Nigeria. So please bear with me. By God's grace, we will come back to track, but we trashing both national issues as well as Yoruba issues
as it concerns us as a nation spread across the world, one of the most notable tribe that everybody across the world so love and so appreciate, hardworking, very
problem as a nation. Where are we coming from? Where are we today? And what is the future going to hold for us as a people in Yoruba land? And then when we look around and we see our plight as a people, there is no nation in the world that you cannot see a community that consists of Yoruba people. It goes to show that whatever happens in Nigeria, in southwestern Nigeria, concerns the entire world because Yoruba people are across the world
as no other tribe has ever been in the entire world. Brazil, Venezuela, United States, not even talking about the conventional traveler that came to US now. Those that were even there, that has never even known Africa at all. And we are talking about so many aspects of our life, Trinidad and Tobago. These are countries that Nigerians really dominate. I mean, Yorubas really dominate. So when we're talking about Yoruba race, it is beyond the shores of Ile-Ife and beyond the shores of the southwestern Nigeria. But as I'm speaking today, what hope do we have in the present Nigeria? Where have we actually gone wrong that things have been so for us? And as a right-thinking Nigerian, or as a right-thinking Yoruba man, that goes to show you that I have my passion for Nigeria. So completely detribalized and completely depoliticized. When I make my comment, I make it based on reality as I see it, and based on the facts as I know it, and because of the passion I have for the nation, which I love so much. But is there fairness? Is there equity? Is there justice? These are questions that must beg the heart of every Yoruba man today on the streets of the planet. Recently, we heard about the issue of Ruga, and surprisingly, that could have been the last straw, because by virtue of luck, I came across the real definition of Ruga, which I'm going to relay later. And when I saw the definition of Ruga, I know that all along, our southwest people, our region, our nation as Yoruba is being played so politically. Being made to be, we are being treated as if maybe we are non-entities or idiots. But God so kind, all these things have been unraveled, and God has been faithful to us that yet we are still alive and kicking, even in the face of all the problems and tribulations that we've had. Our resilience has helped us, and yet we are getting stronger and stronger. And I hope that we are going to get there one day. Not to waste your time much, today I'm not alone. I'm going to actually introduce to you my guests, and they are going to actually speak from the perspective of being blooded as Yoruba people, and I will take them on where and what are the visions that they have, and where do they think Nigeria is going to be in another 20 years. And today I'm introducing to you, to my left, our regular visitor to this station, which I haven't actually been introduced. Heritage Television, reaching you from the heart of UK, previously from London. That's where I'm talking from. And my name is Fatai Ogunribido. So to my left is my amiable brother and friend, Honorable Adeoye Obanleowo. It's a regular feature on Heritage Television, and it's a public speaker, a very good and well-motivated political analyst, and public moderator, and a fashion designer as well. He's so much into so many things. And he's the deacon and head of evangelism in the Higher Grand Christian Assembly, London South East 15. His name is Mr. Ademuyiwa Onabanjo, a security expert and analyst. Mr. Onabanjo, welcome to the program.
Good afternoon. And good afternoon, I hope.
Thank you very much for honoring the invitation. Now, we actually have to come home today. I've apologized to my viewers. It's the first time I'm even mingling Yoruba plus English, but for a reason, because today we are home and we have to actually speak deep into our hearts, deep into ourselves, and see if there are amendments we can make. Today, please, if you are looking at me and you are political, we are all political animals. I know it. That's what we live for, because politics matters, because that is what rules our life. But completely now we are speaking as Yoruba people, no APC, no P as Yoruba race, and we are talking as Southwesterners of Nigeria. So please, whatever of you are bringing along, don't put any political affiliation or political meaning to it. Because I know a lot of people, because they see me, most of the time because of my opinion about the current government, they always say, oh, one-sided. No, it's just because the way I see things is the way I relate it. So please today, let us talk as human race today.
Not as Nigerian as such, but our attention is going to be directed 30% of Nigeria's issues and 70% Yoruba issues. Now, Mr. This Nigeria as Yoruba people.
Thank you, my very good brother, moderator, Mr. Ogunribido. The Yoruba race, for quite some time, I would say going back to 1979, immediately after the Buhari election. Shagari was our head of state then. He was the head of state of Nigeria from 1979 to 1983. Him also being an Hausa man. We can look back at our problems going back to 1979, even though a lot of people even want to go further and say, even by the time we got independence in 1960, were we ready as a nation? But was never any time anybody was ready. As they always say, the motto for Boy Scouts is be prepared. And Nigeria, being blessed with so many resources, you mentioned that in your open analysis. We have the manpower, we have the resources, we have intelligent people, especially among we Yorubas. But if you look at the past antecedents and things that have happened since we took our independence in 1960, Nigeria has been blighted with so many problems. Even if you look at the history of our forefathers, going back to so many years, it has been one form of betrayal or the other. I mentioned the Leshabes, the Ogedengbe, Abogungboro. If you look at the history of all these warriors, they were betrayed by their own people. Because of what? Because they had sincerity of mind and they had that vision. So, the Yoruba race as an entity, we now have to look back and see what has been the reasons why the Yoruba race is lacking behind, going back almost 60 years. Why is the Hausas, who are not as educated as us, who are not as exposed as us, why are they the ones calling the shots in Nigeria today? Why are they having the edge? It boils down to one simple analysis.
I bet to actually take you on there.
Okay.
Many still believe that nothing is happening regarding the point they are making, that the Hausa Fulani has always taken initiative about governance Nigeria. Especially people of generation, like we mentioned, many under 50s. Maybe because they don't really know history.
Sure.
So they may take you on this that, if you are saying that Hausa Fulani has always been there, they will challenge you to hell. After all, elections are held. So how come you're not saying that the Hausa Fulani are one that is controlling us?
Yes. Good. Elections are held in Nigeria, but the quality of the elections we've been having in the last 40 years, going back, I still rephrase that notion. Going back to 1979, have we had free and fair elections since 1979? The 1979 to 1983 Shehu Shagari administration, we all remember what happened when Babawala was defeated, when they came out with the notion 12 to 12 is equal to 13. We all remember what happened.
To 12 of 19 or something.
12 to 12. Well, our renowned professor of mathematics said 12 to 12 is equal to 13. Yes, 12.667 is equal, yes, yeah. of 19 states. Yeah. Now, let's be honest and let's be sincere with ourselves. When I'll try and do a mix match today.
We have to do that because
yes.
we are
home
today. Yeah.
Also in Yoruba language, they always say, listen, the fact that we've been so complacent over the last 50 years, we have not been sincere with ourselves. Because no matter the qualities you have as an individual, no matter the qualities you have as a particular race, if you are not singing from the same hymn, if you allow divisions to be created within yourselves, the Jebus, the Egbas, the Ijeshas, we are all known to be passionate people. But unfortunately, we have allowed the Yoruba race to be divided. Everybody just seems to be doing their own things. And that division is now so obvious that it is affecting the Yoruba race as a whole. Let's be clear about that. In any situation where you are trying to create the impression there's supremacy within the Yoruba race, the Egba man will try to think that he's better than the Ijesha man will try to think that he's better than the Ekiti man. You cannot get anywhere. These are the kind of problems. Look at the way the Northerners operate. Anytime their leaders come up with ideas, they support their leaders wholeheartedly. Whatever direction they are asked to take, that is the direction they will take. They believe in unity, they believe in harmony. They believe in one spirit, they believe in one Hausa. Whether you are from Sokoto State, whether you are from Kano State, whether you are from Katsina, they all believe that, listen,
if we can say Northerner,
yes, as long as you are a Northerner,
we are one.
You are one. That is not the same ideologies and the same mentality we have.
Why do you think this is happening?
It's happening because of the problems I've just mentioned now. When you have a race where everybody seems to be doing their own things the way they think it should be done, we don't have a common voice. We have leaders in Yoruba land that are just there for their own selfish reason. When you are a leader, you have to lay down the table, or on the table, what you call sincerity of heart and sincerity of purpose. You have to lead by example. When you are in a position of leadership, and what concerns you most is about, listen, what is in here for me as a person? What can I benefit from this organization that would be my own personal gain and my own and something that will serve the interest of my family for the rest of our lives? When you don't have the plan to look beyond what is in front of you and envisage the kind of ideologies Baba Onabanjo had 100 years ago, had years ago, about visualizing over the next 100 years. I am a beneficiary of what Baba Onabanjo did in Southwest, because I was part of the programs, I benefited from the programs that was initiated by the late sage Baba Onabanjo, because he had a vision. His vision was to make the Yoruba race very powerful, so that at least we'll be able to stand the test of time. And unfortunately, what destroyed Baba's efforts was the fact that he was a man who was passionate about his own people. That listen, as Yoruba people, if we come together in harmony, in one accord, and in one mind, we can go places. The enemies will not be able to penetrate us. Because as I am now, if I have a set of people that I believe in, and if you go to number 2, the same thing that I've said is what he says or what she says, then you will not be able to penetrate us. But if you are part of the people who are against moving forward, when we discuss something now, the next minute you are relating information or you are giving the enemies the weapon to attack you as a group, then what kind of message are you trying to pass across? So we as Yoruba people, we so much crave about our own self-importance. It's all about me, me, me. And that is why most of the politicians that we have as leaders in the Southwest, they have failed us because their vision is about what they can benefit today. It is not about their people. When you elect them to serve in a position of authority, they use that as an opportunity to enrich themselves. They forget about the people who elected them. They forget about the people that are meant to be taken care of. Because the more you empower people, the more you are giving them the ammunition to say, you know what, after we have left the scene, it is now over to you to carry on. So, Yoruba race, we do not believe in continuity. And when you don't believe in continuity, this is the kind of problems that we have.
Now, let me cut you short there.
Yeah.
Now, I think you've enumerated many of the points that actually has made us to be so backward.
Yeah.
Men may not agree that we are backward.
We are backward, yeah.
When you go to Western Nigeria today, in so many parts of that region of Nigeria, all you see is the Awolowo 1950s roads and a lot of things. But what I really don't appreciate is the carpet condemnation of Yorubas as being very greedy politically, and thinking about aggravation, about being so selfish, being so self-centralized, and me sort of mentality. But don't you think that me sort of mentality is just a guest that visited us when the issue now dawned on us in reality that hopelessness was actually abound in the land. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when you look back to when we were growing up in Nigeria, when we are talking about generosity, hospitality,
sure,
care, Yorubas have it. It is embedded in our culture. It is the way we were born. I mean, brothers and sisters, they take care of, even up to today, the culture still lives with us. Like many of us here abroad, the way we take care of our own back home. Now, have we ever identified the problems of the Yorubas that those who are predating us, those who are trying to now remote control us, went to research about us, picked up the bad elements among us, and enriched them in order to empower them, because their attitude, their appearance in the public as ruffians, as never-do-wells, as mediocres, as never in any visual sort of people. Don't you think that the empowerment of those people is what has brought about the sort of personalities that we are now seeing in our politics? Because when you look back, Yorubas has always been on the front line of leadership, and we have always meant well for each other. Even you can see the same passion of love for others was the reason why Awolowo was even detesting the circumstances of, say, okay, let me just govern Yoruba land alone. And the same passion that Abiola had for Yoruba land was the reason why he said no, even though I'm a Yoruba. Even you can see, even though he actually tried to erase that and rebuild his history later, because we saw what he did in 1979 against Awolowo, standing single-handedly to make sure that he never ascended that through the presidency. So, but even though the book was rewritten, so what don't you think that the circumstances we are in is not because we are so bad as a people? It is not because there are no stars or there are no builders among us, but because those who are predating us, they've looked at us and empowered the weak side of us so that they can use them against us, and they make that, they so much empower them in a way that they, those who are the predators will remain indispensable to their life. Please, I would love Honorable Onabanjo to respond to this before we move on. Because you can see, he has said that greed, self-centeredness has always been as a region. Now, what's your opinion, sir?
Thank you very much, moderator, Mr. Ogunribido. I want to clear certain things first. Number one, I do not like where I come from to be referred to as the Southwest. That is where the derogation starts from. They say Southwest. That's a part of the South. I'm not from the Southwest. I'm a Yoruba man. Hardcore Yoruba man from the western part of Nigeria. Though, as you mentioned,
southwestern part of Nigeria, though.
Western part of Nigeria.
But we have northwest, we have southwest. So if we refer to Yoruba land as being in southwest,
whoever wants to be, it's like, I'm sorry to say this, the people of Yewa. One of the reasons why the Yewa people refuse to be referred to as Egbado, because Egbado means Egba Odo. That's the Odo side of Egba.
Anyway, that's please treat the issue.
You see, all these things started by the English people. Where we are, the problem started with them. You see, because it's only Nigeria that defiles geography in a way. Well, it's only in Nigeria that you find population decreasing while you are moving towards river, towards water. Water is life. When these people were going, they instituted corruption. They instituted corruption by seeding more population to the north. And I don't know, you see, though, well, I think about twice I have traveled. I traveled to Sokoto once. I have traveled to Abuja several times. But you see, it's impossible for you not to see a human being if you travel in the western part of Nigeria, Yoruba, where I come from. You cannot move a kilometer without spotting a human being. But these places, the north, if you travel, you may travel 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers without spotting any human being. How then do you tell me, how are you able to convince me that they are more populous? It's not possible. I mean, that was where they started their rigging.
Now, let's forget about the issue of population or rigging. Why do you think Southwest is so backward now? And why is it that right now we cannot have our political prophets who can salvage us from the current situation that we are in Southwest of Nigeria?
Well, I'm going to precipitate that on the concept of Omoluwa. You said along that, because I'm going to mix my
I saw you back.
Because I don't. Ọmọlúwàbí, ìwà ọmọlúwàbí ni bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ ní nígbà tí wọ́n ṣe nǹkan tó ṣe. Mo gbọ́ nínú ìtàn wípé wọ́n ṣèlè ní Déjì of Àkúrẹ́ dá nígbà tó máa launch UP ngbà. And people contributed and the man started the UP. A lot of things. General Isama, one interview that I saw on the internet a few weeks ago. This man, NTA and WNTV, WNBC were the first television and radio stations in Africa.
Not even Nigeria had that before France.
Yeah, even before France. Now, but NTA just celebrated 40 years of existence. If it had not been taken over by somebody who seeded all the things Awolowo did,
is that a way just to kill history?
Probably. Probably. You see, these are the problems. These are the problems that we have. You see, Yoruba people, because of our belief system, because we believe in that concept of Omoluabi, I still take because I'm a core Yoruba, as I said, I still take that nation, that Yoruba nation, as the best people you can find anywhere in the world.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We are the best people you can find anywhere in the world.
But where did we go wrong?
That's where I'm going now.
Okay.
We have certain problems. Now, when they say Arewa Consultative Forum, which other group do you hear from the north? No. When they say Ohanes Hindibo, which other group do you have? Do you hear from the east? No. But in my nation, in Yoruba land, we have almost 20 different Yoruba groups. Everybody wants to be chairman. Everybody wants to be president. Everybody. You see, it's that idea, that concept of Omoluabi is being eroded. Is being eroded to the extent that I believe that an average Yoruba man wants to be rich because he wants to suppress and oppress the next Yoruba man.
But this never, I mean, I know that when we were growing up, this was never the case. And that was the point that Honorable Obanleowo was making earlier on. Because I know that the Yoruba people that I know are people that are fair-minded. And that is the reason why Papa Awolowo, Abiola, and many of our famous leaders, even go back to Bishop Ajayi Crowther, that's why they carry the charisma, that personality, to better humanity. Extending their gesture, their hospitality, their generosity to others. So where we are coming from, we have been noted to be people with high standard of care for each other. Being very, well aware, well exposed, educationally inclined, ambitiously so pushy. We are never like this. So certain circumstances must have allowed us to be what we have today. And that's why I'm trying to explain to you that, are you not thinking that our predators, those who have created us now, who have created that divide and conquer strategy to deal with us, don't you think that is where the problem is? Because you mentioned the issue that when you look at the north, all you see is a single Arewa. They could be using their youth wing to carry out certain things, but the voice of the elders is what the youth are voicing out. Like we see, we are coming back there, that we saw, that was in 2017, June 16, when the Arewa youth said that they were seeded from Nigeria and they wanted Indigo to live within 3 months. You understand me? And for the 3 months deadline that was given, no single statesman from the north spoke until a few days to the expiration of that deadline given. Which goes to show that certain things are going on underground that Omodo Abiyo Monara. So these are the realities that we have to. We cannot be demonized ourselves as if we are born to be bad. No, I disagree with that. That's what I'm asking. Are we not victims of divide and conquer? And our people are not actually recognizing these problems? Because we cannot continue like this. Otherwise, with this short period of time, Yoruba race is going to be extinct. That's the reality. God forbid.
Lórí Facebook page mi, mo máa ń kọ òwe àti òyìnbó kọ̀ọ̀kan. Máa ń kọ òwe lójoojúmọ́, mo ti kọ tèlé ìkọjá lé ní ìgbà tí mo ń bọ̀ bí ni mo kọ kọjá. Ìgbà tí mo kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà bí ọdún mẹ́ta sí mẹ́rin sẹ́yìn. Àwọn kan ti ń pè ìyàwó mi pé ìta ni iye ọkọ ẹ̀ ń bàjá. Ìyàwó mi ló dẹ̀ bá mo láti báyọ̀ ọkọ̀ kọjá ni. Ṣùgbọ́n kan tí mo rí ni pé
owó yẹn sí ọ̀rọ̀.
Wọ́n tí mo rí ni pé tí àwọn ènìyàn bá sọ èdè wọn nù, wọ́n ti sọ identity wọn. Kò lè láti mú yàn, kò sí bí àwọn èèyàn kan ṣe lè rí. No matter how very good the people are, no matter how very good they are, there will be some bad eggs, some black sheep amongst them. And all you need to do, if you want to infiltrate them, is to get
those bad eggs, empower them against the genuine ones.
I
this is the vein of the general grace.
I think that was what they did. There was nothing like corruption. There was nothing. You see that though it wasn't that much Ethiopian in those days where that was going on, but then corruption didn't start until the general came into power. He legalized corruption, sort of. Corruption didn't start until he came into power. That was and they knew what they wanted to do, just like these Fulani Hausa people did 1840 something, 1846 or something, when in Sokoto, and Sokoto was not Sokoto actually, according to something I read, I can't really pinpoint. It was in Sokoto. They came, and a lot of these people even came from Futajano Island. They are not Nigerians. They came, they met the Seriki Hausa, whoever the head of that place was that time. They deceived him, gave him cattle, told him they will help him, take care of the cattle and things like that. Before he knew, they had taken over his land, they killed him. And that was how Othman Dafudio instituted himself as the first sultan of Sokoto. The same thing they did in Ilorin. What is the population of Ilorin Fulani as against the Yoruba people? So minimal.
I think about 18 local government and Yoruba controlling 14.
So minimal, so small. But according to what we read in history, Afoja played into their hands.
So it means Afoja's history is still continuing now. As
well, you can say that again. You can say that again. And this type of thing, you see, when you look at the nation, you see. Okay, for instance, as it is going on, I am not a member of PDP. I am not a member of APC. I will never be a member of any of those two parties. I'm a politician. I like politics because I like people to live well. But I cannot, because these are the two parties that are put on. You see, before during the time of Onabanjo, it was always between the conservatives and the progressives. Now we don't even know who are the conservatives or the progressives.
But the point is, the North has been carrying the day.
Well, of course, because the northern people are conservatives, core conservatives. You see, you cannot say you are not. Honestly, just like, sorry to say this, I'm an Ijebu man. Tell you, my boy, Ijebu, well, I'm very proud of that because what you show see, I strangers how many Yoruba people in the north? How many they won't take in talent no she go the east. I want the consha. I want matalewa. I want mata. If I take in town me nisin, in town me go West Coast. What about people like we?
Now, Honorable Obanleowo, where do you see Yoruba race in the next 20 years?
Mr. Moderator, that's a very, very, very strong question. The future of Yoruba generally.
Do people even understand the weight of that tribe in the world?
I don't think we do. And look, let's be clear about one thing. And I've been listening carefully to what Mr. Onabanjo has been saying about the last 10-15 minutes. Very, very, very good points and very valid reasons. But I buttressed that point earlier. Right? You see, the future of the Yoruba race over the next 20 years, and I stand to be corrected, looks very bleak until we begin to change our mindset and our orientation.
Let me tell you, this is a very painful subject that you are treating. How can we?
It's an extensive.
Wait, let me tell you something. How can we change our orientation when those who are predating us know more about us? Okay. And let me be very frank with you, sir.
Yes.
Papa Obasanjo has always made a point. I remember when he left power in 2017, and I think he came
2007?
2007, that's what I was going to say. In 2008, he came over here and he was interviewed by Ben TV. And during the program, he was emphatic when they were talking about how people were criticizing him that he never ever even thought about Yoruba land during his regime and nothing specific was being referred to. And he said, let me tell you something. When we were at the war front, when we were trying to eat our food and play our haju, the covenant we were swearing to there was that we are trying to defend an indivisible entity called Nigeria, and that nothing should ever divide that country. And he said himself, Murtala Muhammad, every one of them. Let me
I'm sorry. I want to come in there. You see,
okay.
Well, whoever sees me as a tribalist, that is his problem. Nigeria is divided. What do we use to depict life? Is it not water? Nigeria is divided by water already. It's a conglomeration of 3 countries. 3 different countries in culture, in tradition, in everything. We are 3 different countries.
Sure.
And if we have to be forced together, like they did in the amalgamation by the British, well, maybe we had certain things in common that we were looking at certain things that. But now, that's where I'm going to go. Before you ask me, we have to sit around the table once again. We have to define our association. If we have to be together, the association have to be defined.
Well, we are coming back to that. I mean, that's the issue of the restructuring. All that we are speaking about is how do the Yoruba race emancipate? How do we move forward from where we are at the moment? Now, and I was trying to explain to, it's not, I'm not trying, you see, when I started with the opinion that I think is not in line, I have to, that's why I'm not trying to opinionate or trying to talk over you, but the facts as I know them, and my people as I know them, that's the reason why I'm voicing out the way I'm doing. That's because I'm moderating. But I still have to allow people not to be picking certain information that actually do not replicate what we represent as a people. That's why I'm trying to explain when the issue of how we got to this level. The reason why our leaders appear to be traitors to our land, these are things that are not actually blamable to those leaders, and that's what I'm trying to explain. It's not that I'm trying to, over explain, because when we have an agreement that, okay, we are fighting for a nation called Nigeria, and that was signed about. So, if you abide by that agreement, and at the end of the day you are betrayed, who is going to take the blame? Is it you as a signatory to that agreement, or is it those who are trying to use you and dump you at the expense of your own people? Nítorí pé bàbá yìí ṣàlàyé wípé àwọn jà fún Nàìjíríà ni and we saw that what he did during his regime. He has never looked at Southwest and said, I want this to... No. It portrays us as a fair-minded people with equity, we carry every benefit of description that is positive in Yoruba land.
This thing is not even the present president's problem. Since when have the Hausa Fulani people headed the immigration? Since when have they headed the what's it called now?
Customs?
The customs. Now, the judiciary, even the police. Since when? So how many, you see, our elders, our leaders, our they have to make a sacrifice. For once, we have to, come down from our high horses. Yoruba youth, gbogbo pátápátá bí bàbá Ògúndé ṣe kọrin pé kí Yorùbá ronú. Wọ́n láti ọlọ́dẹ bá wá ṣe èdè kan ní gbogbo àjọ sọ. A láti jókòó. Wọ́n láti jókòó Come you come. After the very pessimistic, very pessimistic, because everybody wants to be a leader. That is the problem. Àwọn bàbá yìí láti jókòó torí orí tẹlifíṣàn ni mo wà yìí o tó bá fẹ́ kúre kó jókòó kó ṣe kó correct kìíní yẹn nísìn wọ́n fẹ́ kó máa rántí wọn fún nǹkan rere gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ pariwo Awólọ́wọ̀ tó bá fẹ́ kó máa pariwo àwọn náà sí dáadáa kó lè máa sùn dáadáa lọ́rùn kó correct kìíní yẹn nísìn.
Mr. Onabanjo Obanleowo.
Yes, sir.
Where do you see Nigeria in the next 20 years? Please continue.
Yes.
How do you see Yoruba land in the next 20 years?
I will continue with what I was saying earlier. And I'm going to be very, very, very objective here. Because this is a very, very, very sensitive subject that affects you and I. And that affects the well-being and the future of our children and many, many generations that are coming. You see, until we change our mindset and our orientation, I will repeat that again. The problem with the Yoruba race did not emanate overnight, as my brother rightly said. And I will still refer you back to what I said earlier. Our forefathers were known warriors. Look at the way these people were betrayed by their own people. Let's be honest with ourselves. People that we call leaders are not fit for purpose. But
as I said earlier,
yes,
all these things they had precedence, and the precedence is those who are predating us. They studied us and picked on the weak link, weak links to empower them against us. Why are the generality of those people who are the real genuine people? Why are they in silence? This is the question I'm asking you, sir.
Because we all know and understand one thing. You cannot determine the true acumen of a human being until when you give him money and power.
Truly. So.
Surely, unfortunately, our leaders were nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. This is national, this is live TV. Our leaders can nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ipò àti ọlá tí ìṣẹ̀nà fi rẹ́ àwọn tó wà lẹ́yìn wọn, ìṣẹ̀nà fi rẹ́ wọn jẹ. Rather than empowering their own, they are always being subdued. Ṣẹ́ni kò sí bí ọ̀ṣẹ́ lè mọ̀wé tó, kò sí bí ọ̀ṣẹ́ lè lóhùn lọ́pọlọ tó. Tẹ́bá ti mú nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ ọmọkùnrin tàbí nǹkan tó mú ọmọbìnrin kúrò ní ara ẹ̀, you've already rendered that person useless. The only thing that makes us think, the only thing that makes us reason as human beings is encouragement. Okay, ẹ̀yin ará mi, báyìí mo ṣe fẹ́ ká ṣe, báyìí mo ṣe fẹ́ ká gbégbá. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀, ká jọ lè gbà ṣe, kó lè bá rí bó ṣe rí. The moment one of you reneges on that agreement, it becomes a major issue. Now, what is the future of Yoruba in the next 20 years? Shebi, I want you to start prepare for the next 20 years. No, don't you yama. It's not the same. I want to say, and it's not the same youths that are involved in cultism, that are involved in kidnapping, that are involved in Yahoo and all this, all sorts of illicit activities in Nigeria. And when they try to express their concerns, nobody is taking them seriously because and when it's now time for these children.
Please hold on. Let's hear this. Okay. Let's listen to this caller.
Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon, caller.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, this is Ojasope.
Hello, Mr. Ojasope, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, sir.
Please, fine. Thank you very much. Please contribute.
Yeah, I think Obanleowo is saying he's given us a good point there concerning the
Youths.
the Yoruba leaders that are cheating on the youth of the other Yoruba people. But the weakness of Yoruba leaders are one, maybe they are getting older or whatever. Because initially they are the one that, because of their busyness, the Yoruba leaders handed over the power to whom they're supposed to hand over power to, maybe because of money or because of some other things, which I can't say for now, because the genesis of this issue of Afenifere splitting into two does not come before everybody respects our leaders wherever they are going. We know those who are Afenifere, right? And then, honestly speaking, unless we are going to be deceiving ourselves, there's Afenifere, there's another one for money. That one, Afenifere for money, and Afenifere with, I think it's the two that is there. So anybody that is listening to me, who is a Yoruba person, who knows the history, how Afenifere brought Nigerian politics during the time of Nadeko, that is when this thing started. They hand over Yoruba to the greedy people, and then after that, one have used them and they acquire money, a huge sum of money. You know, in Yoruba land, I'm sorry to say, most Yoruba people, they are cowards. In terms of when you have money, they don't want to ask you, where are you coming with the money from? Where did you get the money from? You understand? So, but not just like Sonny Pay, I want Yoruba, Baba, who split me to the say sorry. Never will make you, Oshimesta, méjì ní ikán Afẹ́nifẹ́re tó ikán Afẹ́nifẹ́re ti àwọn bàbá wa ṣe rí àwọn bàbá wa kan náà tó sẹ́nu owó kan owó yẹn lẹ́nu fi finish wọn nítorí pé tó bá ti ń pọ owó nǹkan tó fa gbogbo wàhálà yín yẹn nígbà tí àwọn bàbá wa lọ wò olówó yìí ká gbé kínní fún ẹni tó ná èèyàn náà lówó ṣùgbọ́n ó sì fi fún ó gba gbogbo àǹfààní ara yín ó dẹ̀ lọ opportunity yẹn ó dẹ̀ make owó àdéhùn ó dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti pòwe kan pé àwa Yorùbá nígbà yẹn pé ẹ tí wọ́n lẹ̀ ó dàbí adìyẹ ni tí wọ́n bá tí adìyẹ bá lọ ẹ bá da àgbàdo sílẹ̀ òwe tó pa fún wa nìyẹn òwe yẹn lẹ́yìn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìsìn ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tí a lè ṣe ni pé kí Ọlọ́run bá wa kọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n lè lẹ́yìn dáadáa ó yẹ ká dọ̀rọ̀ ká tó mọ̀ tọ́ náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ìta wa yìí ó yẹ ká ti mọ̀ tọ́ ó yẹ ká ti mọ̀ bí káwọn ó yẹ ká stand on our own Yorùbá ò useless báyìí náà Yorùbá jẹ́ ìwé ìwọ̀n máa ń sọ ní òyìnbó Yorùbá jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ tó wà.
We are self-respecting, we are dignified, we are caring, everything positive. Ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa.
So à ń ṣe nǹkan tó dáa bọ́ọ̀lù fún ìdílé ìkọ́ ìfọ̀rọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá yẹn àdéhùn tó rà àwọn àgbàlagbà kan fẹ́ pé mú gbogbo bí àtàwọn Yorùbá bá ń dàgbà ń gbà míì wọ́n máa ń fẹ́ kà fún ọmọdé ìyẹn tó máa ń wà bẹ̀tẹ̀ ọ̀dà sáàtà owó àfẹ́tò wọn máa ń fẹ́ wálẹ̀ fún ọmọ kékeré bí àtọ̀mọ́ kékeré yẹn máa lo òjẹ̀yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ bí wọ́n lè sọ fún àwọn Yorùbá sí ni pé wọ́n jókòó wọ́n wo real Afẹ́nifẹ́re real body tí ò ní láti fún lówó kẹ́ tó sọ pé you want to protest, you want to fight for your land. You understand? You don't need to listen to somebody that have money. Just make sure that this is your instinct, this is your own mind, and then it's for our children, our future. Not because somebody has money. Tàbá ṣe wò pé torí lè lówó eléyìí la máa tẹ̀lé òun ló fún abọ́bẹ̀ báyìí o. Òun ló fún abọ́bẹ̀ báyìí bọ́dí gbogbo Yorùbá bá dúró sójú kan kókè ìgbà wo lọ́wọ́ àkọ́kọ́ tó jówó. Mo kéré náà bí ìgbà tí mo ṣe ṣèlú báyẹn bàbá lọ ṣe politics minerals lọ́ máa fún wa. Minerals lọ́ máa fún wa tó bá ti ti fún wa minerals àti tí ló ti fún àwọn ọkọ̀ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí ti sáré ìgbẹ́ ti pé wọ́n fún wa níṣẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ fún wa. So Yorùbá ọdẹ máa advice àwọn Yorùbá ni pé wọ́n ní ó dàbẹ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ rúgà ọ̀nà rúgà àti pé wọ́n lọ pé gbogbo yẹn ti calm down.
àṣìbọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn sà ká tó sọ̀rọ̀ rúgà sà ipa wọn lérò pé àwọn ọba wa lè kó nítorí pé ní ayé àtijọ́ ọwọ́ àwọn ọba ẹni òṣèlú wà kó tó di wípé àwọn òyìnbó dé kó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ìgbà kúrò and tabadẹ̀ wo constitution tá a ní is too fake nítorí pé under normal condition kò yẹ kí àwọn gómìnà kan wà ní kọjá pé àwọn gómìnà lọ́ba máa wà àwọn ọba ló yẹ kó máa dictate fún gómìnà under a normal condition in a good setting. And for instance sin ẹ wo irú ìlú yìí sìn ṣé mínísítà ló dictate fún ọbabìnrin wa bí ni àbí ọbabìnrin kan tó kàn so you can ó dàbí ìgbà tó bá mú ìtàn àti ètò ìlú wa tó bá yí padà.
Ẹ̀sà ẹ̀jẹ̀ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ síbẹ̀ ẹ̀ mo jì rí ẹ̀ lánàá ó yí dànù lẹ́nu. Ẹ ṣe ó tún ṣe lẹ́nu Yorùbá ọba Ẹdó ni. Wàhálà ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́dó ọba Ẹdó bí ti kí wàhálà ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kí ọba Èkó sọ pé òun lọ bá gọ́ọ̀nà ibi jẹ́ mi kiri pé gbogbo àdáṣe fún ẹ̀ mo rò pé Yorùbá là ní ó wà lọ bá ọba Ẹdó wà lọ bá gómìnà ó lọ bá president ẹ máa gbọ́ ó lọ bá president lánàá ó wà nù ẹnìwó channel news àná ó lọ bá ó ní kó jọ wípé kí president wá bá wọn bá gómìnà wọn sọ̀rọ̀ àti Ọ̀ṣọ́mọlẹ̀ pé kó wá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ wọn àwọn pé ta ló ní ọba Ẹdó ta ló ní Ọ̀ṣọ́mọlẹ̀. àwọn subject àwọn tó pé tọ́nà kọ ẹ lọ́wọ́ kó ẹ lọ́wọ́ kó jọba lé lórí. náà nísìnyí ká Yorùbá láti jókòó wọ́n pe kankan ní ṣe ní national conference máa ń wà. bẹ́ẹ̀ni tí gbogbo Yorùbá jókòó kò ń ṣe àwọn section kan everybody jókòó bí atọ́ bá lè sọ̀rọ̀ bí àwọn ọ̀wọ́ point kan á jáde Yorùbá lè mọ̀ ọ́jọ́ pé àwọn ọba Yorùbá ò ń ṣọba Yorùbá mọ́. ẹgbà bẹ́ẹ̀bà èmi sọ fún ilé yìí àwọn ọba Yorùbá ò ń ṣọba Yorùbá mọ́. ẹgbà ìjọba ọba ayé àtijọ́ àwọn ọba kọ̀ọ̀kan wà àwọn olùkọ́ wà tó ń ìjọba bó ti ń jẹ́ láyé àtijọ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. ṣé wọ́n ti kí ètò ìṣèlú bá gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ bá yíyan sílẹ̀ sọ. ọba lè lówó ṣe ọ̀nà tán. bẹ́ẹ̀ni. a lè fẹ́ jọba ọba lówó kó jàwá la máa fi ọba síbẹ̀ nítorí ọba máa bá lé wa lórí. ṣùgbọ́n kò ní pé gbéra politician kan torí pé lókọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ kàkiri èsì ẹ tó yẹ kó jọba máa rọ wá sí fún ẹ nítorí ọba bá débẹ̀ ọba máa jẹ́yìn fún politician ṣẹ́ni tó ti tó ra so nǹkan tó yẹ kí àwọn ọba wa kí nǹkan tí ọkọ bá ṣe nǹkan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ọba ló yẹ kó lọ fẹjọ́ sùn ọba ló yẹ kó lókè òun máa pàṣẹ fún ẹ kó kúrò níbi àbíkó tó níbi ṣùgbọ́n kò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ ọba ò náà ṣe mọ́ gbogbo wọn ṣe ní àwọn wọn pààyàn ládùúgbò wọn ṣe ríjú àmì ní ayé àtijọ́ ta ló yẹ kó take action. àwọn ọba ló yẹ kó tẹ kọ́sẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. wọ́n lọ sí ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ wà á ní nǹkan tá a fi ṣèṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ gbọ́ tí nítorí ṣe yìí ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ ni.
bọ̀dà ọjà sọpẹ́.
ayé sọ̀rọ̀ ọba sọ̀rọ̀.
bọ̀dà ọjà sọpẹ́.
mo gbọ́ ní kàlùbá mi.
Omiwa Onabanjo Ademuyiwa Onabanjo lórúkọ mi ní nígbà tí wàhálà ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Rwanda the Hutu and the Tutsis nígbà tó máa parí gbogbo kiri yẹn they used something. It is that traditional way of settling, of mediating, abunzi. Eléyìí jásí wípé Africa generally, ká má tẹ̀ sọ Yorùbá sìn, ká má máa sọ Yorùbá, a ní bá ṣe ń ṣe ètò wa. Òun náà ló ọ̀rọ̀ yìí náà ló dífá fún nígbà tá a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ presidential system yìí tá a lọ sí US tá a lọ kọ́pì kan tá a wá sọ the constitution of convenience. A kò yí padà. You see, mo really get gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ. Àwọn nǹkan méjì ló wà lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ mi tí mo Abunzi in Rwanda and Ubuntu. Ubuntu yẹn is sharing. I am because we are. Because if everybody knows you are in existence because there are other people around you, you will behave well. The mental state of our politicians needs to be checked.
And because there are wrong people that are doing politics.
Most of them are mad. I'm sorry. I'm not too sorry. Most of them to lose sense is wrong. Because otherwise, I don't see any reason why anybody wants to steal billions of naira. What for?
I don't know.
Thank you very much.
Uncle Jasokwe, Tori, other calls are coming. Can you last comment? Okay. Later, okay. Honorable Obanleowo, in 20 years' time, where do you think Yoruba race is going to be? Third time running. And I have a reason for this, and the reason is because we are now entering Yoruba.
Sherry, ìbéèrè tẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi yẹn, ẹ ti béèrè lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta ń sìn, and I'm still going to repeat myself and give you the same answers that I gave you a short while ago. ṣe rí tí kò bá ti wọ́n láti ilẹ̀ àti bá nǹkan jẹ́ kò pẹ́ pàtàkì tún nǹkan ṣe ló le. ọmọ ọdún mẹ́rin gan ń ṣe ti mọ nǹkan tí owó ń sọ nílùú Nàìjíríà. ṣe rí 20 years tẹ̀sán sí yẹn ẹ fún ìlú Nàìjíríà ní ọdún mẹ́wàá sígbà táwa yìí. If we continue with the same orientation and the same mindset tí ò gbé wá láti bàtà tí ń bọ̀, because gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí ọ̀rẹ́ mi my very good brother tó sọ ń sìn, tí ẹ̀ bá ti ní ìfẹ́ owó ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ, owó a máa múyàn kọsẹ̀, owó a máa múyàn yapa kúrò ní isi as human beings.
kò ṣe pé aburú tó báyìí àwọn tó kọjú wá síra wa ló fa gbogbo eléyìí.
olùdarí ẹ jẹ́ kí n correct notion kan.
Okay.
You see, sometimes in life we cannot continue to dwell on flimsy excuses. We cannot continue to wallow in self-pity. Our pollution, I don't know. You said it earlier on.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni àbámọ̀ òótọ́ ẹ máa bá a fẹ́ correct ara wa.
Ẹ máa gbọ́dọ̀ mi bàbá mi.
Okay.
This program, we need to be sincere with ourselves. Àìlùsòótọ́ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àrí àgọ́ àríkúyẹrí làwa Yorùbá. Nobody wants to take responsibility for anything. And as Yoruba entity, the problem we have is everybody seems to be doing their own thing at their own peril. Call it the way, èmi mo dá wà ní o, mo dá ṣe nǹkan tó wù mí. And as long as we are not singing from the same hymn, ṣé báwo la sọ ń sìn tí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ojasopẹ̀sẹ̀ earlier, ìpè àwọn tí a feel, the people that were meant to be doing things, tó yẹ ká máa fi àríkọ́ṣe, àwọn gan pàápàá, they have been found wanting. So now going back to your question again, that you've asked me on about 3 occasions, the future of Nigeria in the next 20 years. Wọ́n ní igi gọbọrọ má gbomi lójú. Òkèrè láti wò ó. Ṣé rí àwọn adarí wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? It is high time kan jókòó kan wò pé ẹ jẹ́ ká máa rántí ọjọ́ ọ̀la, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa rántí ìjọ́ ká máa sùn tí à ní jí mọ́. Tó bá yẹ pé everything about us is still about self-gratification, self-indulgence, and personal glory. Ọ̀nà wa ṣì jìn gan. Ọ̀nà wa ṣì jìn. 20 years is just round the corner. Inú ogún ọdún ni ó ń gbóná ni. Ṣé rí láì jẹ́ pé a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe àtúnṣe ń sìn? These are the kind of leaders that will be there in the next 20 years. Wọ́n ní ọmọ tí èèyàn kọ̀ ló máa gbélé wa bẹ́ẹ̀ta. Gbogbo boys see the age of 20, 25, 30. They are so ruthless in Nigeria that it beggars belief that what kind of a society has Nigeria turned into? Go see Baba Mejo, because you asked me a very, very cogent question, and it is imperative that the viewers they hear my own perception about where Nigeria is going or the Yoruba race is going in the next 20 years. Now, okay, ìlú òyìnbó la wà yìí, à ń bímọ síbí, àwọn wa ti ń dàgbà bí, but nígbà táwọn bàbá tí wọ́n wá kàwé níbí in the 60s, ṣé wọ́n kọ́ àwọn lọ sílé ni nítorí kíni, nítorí pé ìlú yẹn dà, education, infrastructures, gbogbo nǹkan tí ìlú fi ń jẹ́ ìlú olóògbé yẹn. But àwọn ọmọ ọ̀sìn gan pàpà tẹ bá bèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn òbí wọn gan pàpà wọ́n ní lágbájá project látọ̀ ń ṣe nílé yẹn gan pàpà ó jẹ́ fi owó ẹ̀ fi ṣe nǹkan míì because àwọn ọmọ olùfẹ́ àwọn ọmọ ọ̀sìn tí wọ́n láti tẹ̀lé ẹ lọ sílé. The children that we have in this country that were born and bred here, how do we integrate them back into the system in 20 years time with this crop of youths that we have in Nigeria? Jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó mọ̀. They can do anything in the name of money. Now, gbogbo ẹ ti bàjẹ́ láti lẹ̀. So until we now, ṣé gbogbo àwọn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá all over tí ó jẹ́ pé innocent blood they are crying gbogbo àwọn oríṣiríṣi àwọn politicians wa gbogbo iṣẹ́ burúkú tó ti ṣe kalẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ láìṣẹ̀ ó ń ké ẹ wá ń bè lọ́ọ̀ mi pé what is the future of Yorubas in the next 20 years? If you understand the gravity and the sensitivity of what is going on in Nigeria, it will be for that country. Sherry, ilẹ̀ tá à ń gbé nǹkan sí tá ní kó so èso rẹ̀ náà ilẹ̀ náà là ń ta ìjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ sí. So until we go back to God, pé Ọlọ́run ọba arínúróde as leaders, because one thing we have to understand, and my brother laid so much emphasis on that point earlier. You see, a leader in any shape, form or capacity, when you are called to serve, you must always have one thing at the back of your mind, and that is kí ni nǹkan tí mo máa ṣe kalẹ̀ tó máa fi máa rántí nígbà tí bá lọ. Look at this former president in South Africa, Baba Mandela. Ọba tó jẹ tí lóòótọ́ orúkọ ò ní parẹ́, ìtó jẹ tí lùtúkà náà orúkọ ò ní parẹ́ láláì. We need to go back to basics. We need to go back to basics. Kí lẹ Yorùbá tó lè tọrọ. And going back to basics tí mo dẹ̀ mí yẹn náà ni pé gbogbo báwọn bàbá wa ṣe ṣe gbà yẹn tí nǹkan fi dáa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká mú gbogbo bọ́m̀bì sínú òtó yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ ká mú kúrò. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣera wa lóṣooṣù, ká ṣera lọ́kàn, ká yẹ gẹ̀rẹ́ alẹ́sẹ̀. When we change that mentality of èmi nìkan mo mọ̀ tán yẹn, things will begin to unfold.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hello, sir.
My name is Mustafa. Yeah, my name is Mustafa. How are you?
Oh, thanks for calling, sir. What's your point, sir?
Yeah. Yeah, my point is just to make a little brief. Okay, brother and daughter.
Yes, sir.
Dodo. Sẹ́ni kátó padà kábíyèsí bàbá. Sẹ́ni kátó padà sọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run bá. Kí Nàìjíríà bá lè try. Ṣé kọ́mí constitution ẹ̀dọ́kọ̀ lè ní kọ́mẹ̀tì pé tó bá ti kówó jẹ nípa ni ẹgbẹ́ ìlú ní àdó. Ẹ̀tọ́ bá lè ṣe ẹ̀dọ́kọ̀ rẹ̀ àwọn padà sọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. That's only ìwọ̀n bá ti máa sọ́dọ̀ ìyẹn sà. Thank you.
Ẹ ṣé.
Ẹ ṣeun sir.
I check this out. This one, going back, Nigeria, another 20 years. Kini impact on leku gan. Nigeria le bi ti kàwé, Nigeria go to the university. How many of our undergraduates in Nigerian universities now can defend their school starts? I will still talk on it.
Hello, good afternoon. Who is calling?
Good afternoon.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ sir, ẹ ṣé gan ni sir. Ẹ bá a sọ̀rọ̀ sir.
Okay. So, àtúntò àwọn ìdìbò náà ni àwọn èèyàn wa àsìkò ń lọ.
Ẹ ṣé. Ẹ ṣé.
Àwọn èèyàn wa láti dìde gbogbo wa àti ilé lóko nílùú níbi tá a bá wà ní gbogbo àgbáyé púpọ̀ wọn Yorùbá láti dìde lórí tó ń bọ̀ ogun bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wa.
Ẹ ṣé.
Àwọn káwọn èèyàn wa tó máa rò pé eré àwọn àti wọ́n ti lè jẹ wa.
Ẹ ṣé.
Wọ́n fẹ́ gba ilẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
A fẹ́ àpọ̀. Òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ là ń sọ yìí. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ gbàgbé àwọn ọba wa wọn ò fẹ́ràn wa wọ́n ti gba ìlú jẹ. Àtàwọn ọba o àtàwọn tó wà ń jọba o àti gbogbo àwọn tó gba ipò ńláńlá wọn ò fẹ́ ṣe iṣẹ́ ipò ńlá. Wọ́n fẹ́ gba ipò ńlá àwọn ò fẹ́ ṣe iṣẹ́ òun ló lẹ̀ tẹ̀lé sí wa. Àwọn atúbẹ̀ wọ́n máa palẹ̀ wọn lọ́wọ́ sí lórí nígbà tí lókè bá fẹ́ wọ́n máa ṣe helicopter wọ́n máa fi jáde wọ́n máa gbé plane wọ́n máa fi jáde àwọn ọmọ wọn ò tún lù.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin yẹn àwọn èèyàn wa àsìkò títò ẹjẹ́ ká ṣe o àṣèjẹ mọ́lẹ̀ olè mọ́lẹ́kọ o ẹjẹ má ti lọ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kò sọ̀rọ̀ fún ọ̀rọ̀ kékeré alákàyà tó ọkọ̀ jẹ wà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà, ó náà dáa sọ sà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà. Ẹ ṣé gan. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà.
Gbogbo wa ẹjọ́ gbogbo sábà lè sọ gbogbo sábà lè sọ báyìí gbogbo sábà lè sọ sábà lè ṣe gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ gbogbo àwọn àtàwà ní ìlú òyìnbó gbogbo wa pátápátá jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ẹ jọ mo ní group wọn pè ní Yorùbá diaspora
Okay.
ẹ bá lè jọ wọ́n ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ ká wá bá ti máa fún àwọn èèyàn wa lọ́wọ́.
Okay.
tó ń lọ sí àmì mo ti kọjá ọ̀rọ̀ sísọ ṣe lókùn fún wa ṣe dà
ẹ ṣe gan ni sir.
Bisade sọ kankan kíni kan wà tí a ní wàhálà gan àwọn kan wà Nàìjíríà wọ́n máa fi pé àwọn tó wà nílùú òyìnbó ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀kan pariwo ní kíní tẹ̀yìn náà wá kẹ́ wá jókòó síbẹ̀ mo kàn máa wò pé kíní táwọn èèyàn ṣe báyìí lọ. ṣé wọ́n fi pé you are no Yoruba man than I am. You are no Nigerian than I am. That is where I want to come back to. Kò sí gbogbo nǹkan tí máa sọ máa ń bèèrè ní on the concept of ọmọlúwàbí ni because kò sí àjò lè dùn kó nílé máa relé ní Yorùbá sọ. Mo sọ̀rọ̀ pé kiri lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ṣe báwọn òṣèlú kan náà sọ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa di thugs. A lot of things nǹkan tá a máa sọ̀rọ̀ pa pọ̀ gan-an ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn gan-an. Election tó ṣe lọ ìbò contest àwọn abámi ilé pé kí n fáwọn olóògbé ẹni mi ní fún yín kò yẹ kí wọn ò ní tó bá jẹ́ pé ká dìbò fún mi ní ẹ̀mí ní fún yín wọn láwọn onídìbò ní ẹni kọ́ máa lọ ó jẹ́ láwọn kan jáde nílé mi ní. ṣé rí nǹkan táwọn bíbélì yìí sọ yìí talk is cheap. Well, I don't need to talk about myself. Àwọn tó bá mọ̀ mí tó bá rí mi tó bá mọ̀ mí wọ́n mọ̀ the type of wọ́n mọ̀ antecedents mi. Talk is cheap, and one of the reasons I have refused to do certain things people are doing here in this country. One of the reasons I am more in Nigeria than the UK.
Yes. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome, sir. Please.
Yes, sir. My name is Pastor Joseph Aladeto.
Oh, thank you, sir, for calling in. What's your point, sir?
I am interested in this discussion. And more so, I was prompted to call this live because of the threat of the northern youth. You can take it, sorry, the Yoruba.
Ẹ sọ ní Yorùbá kí la fẹ́ kẹ́ máa sọ jù torí ọ̀rọ̀ ara wa lélẹ̀ sir.
A kì í ṣe irú ní Nàìjíríà sir.
Wọ́n ti sọ wá dẹrú sir.
No, ìṣẹ̀lí èrò ọkàn ènìyàn ló máa ń sọ ènìyàn dẹrú.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ó yà wọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sir.
Bí a bá sọ nínú ọkàn rẹ̀ pé èmi ò kì í ṣe irú.
Wọ́n fi lọ̀ wá ní awálà ní ìgbà sir.
Dídí ẹ̀sẹ̀ wọ́n fi lọ̀ wá ní. Ìṣẹ̀lí Ògúndé kọ orin ní ọjọ́ tó ti pẹ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ó ní Yorùbá ronú.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Now, a ò tètè ronú. Òun ló sún wa débi tá a dé ibi bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ni ẹnìkan wá láti ibì kan. Alóòjọba lé Yorùbá lórí. Ẹ̀yọ́ tí bá ní kí n sọ̀rọ̀ mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìbílẹ̀ àti ẹ̀sìn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n pa ti ẹ̀sìn yẹn sí.
Okay, sir.
Because tí mo bá sọ béèrè mọ́ àwọn tí kìíní.
Tó ń gbọ́.
Ṣùgbọ́n nípa ti ìbílẹ̀ ẹ̀jọ̀ insult ló jẹ́. Mi ò lè pè ní insult nìkan. Mo pè kéèyàn á báyàn ní ilé.
Kó gbàyàn lójú kó tún fi hàn.
Kó wá sọ pé kíyàwó ẹ̀ kó dùbúlẹ̀ kó bá ìyàwó ẹ̀ sùn ní ṣojú ẹ̀. Kó dẹ̀ ní gbogbo owó tó ní dẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ó yá kó wá. Kó dẹ̀ gba owó owó ẹ̀. This is the kind of insult tí àwọn people fún wa. This is the kind of insult tó ń fún wa. Ẹ jọ ṣé ọmọ Yorùbá mélòó ló ti lọ sí ilẹ̀ àwọn ọmọdébóró yìí tó ti lọ ń pa wọn lóko wọn? Ọmọ Ìgbò mélòó ló ti lọ sí ilẹ̀ Haúsá tó ti lọ ń pa wọn? Wọ́n kó ogun wọn bá wa ní ilẹ̀ wa wọ́n lọ sọ wọ́n tún wá ṣe ìlérí pé wọ́n tún wá ní ọtíbétọ̀. Wípé tó ò bá yí ètò yẹn padà tó ń ṣe tiwọn. Wípé kọ́ mọ̀ wípé gbogbo àwọn sádọ́nà tó wà ní ilẹ̀ Haúsá ṣé kò sí àwọn ọlọ́dọ́nà sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni? Ẹ jọ mi ò promote
violence.
No. Oto shari are ara wa la wa sa. Oto ro la bara wa so yi. Ati so fún pada bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣàlàyé wípé
Yorùbá kò ti dé kó sọ pé no a kì í ṣe ẹrú ọmọ ọba làwọn àwọn ni ọmọ ẹrú.
ẹ ṣé.
Yálà nípa ti ẹ̀sìn ní o tàbí nípa ti ọmọ ẹrú ni àwọn. Ó lè yẹ ká sọ fún ọmọ ẹrú tó ọmọ ẹrú ni ẹ́. Tí Yorùbá ò bá dìde lásìkò yìí, wọ́n sọ àwa tá a jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ọmọ Oòduà àtọ́ wa di ẹrú.
A ti dẹrú already àwọn là nígbà sà.
Àwọn ọba wa kó máa gbọ́. Àwọn ìjòyè wa kó máa gbọ́. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ aláṣẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá kó máa gbọ́. Bí Ọbásanjọ́ ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ Bọ́lá Tinubu kó máa gbọ́. Kó má sọ wá di ẹrú fún àwọn ọmọ àjẹbọ́rò. Kó má sọ wá di ẹrú fún àwọn àgbẹ̀ ṣe ọmọ ẹrú ọmọ aládé ni wá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ sọ fún wọn ọmọ aládé ni wọ́n àgbẹ̀ ṣe ọmọ ẹrú o kó wọ́n sọ wá di ẹrú fún àwọn wọ̀nyí.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà.
Gbogbo àwọn aládé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹjọ́ mo wà lórí ìdọ̀bálẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣé sà.
Mo bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹ para yín pọ̀ ẹ̀sùn ìṣọ̀kan. Ẹ má sọ àwa tẹ tó jẹ́ tẹ adé ní lórí. Ẹ má sọ wá di ẹrú fún àwọn ìbò yìí. Insult ńlá ló jẹ́ fún wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Insult ìfá eléyìí kọjá insult. Mi mọ tí mo tún lè pé.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà. Ẹ má sùn náà àdúrà sà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà. Lágbára Ọlọ́run Olúwa yọ á kúrò ní oko ẹrú sà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà kókó kan ní ṣẹlẹ̀.
Ẹ wo àwọn sẹ́ni o, wọ́n ta ara wọn lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ ẹrú wọ̀nyí o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Wọ́n ta ara wọn lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ ẹrú wọ̀nyí o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Ó lè sọ fún wọn pé ọmọ ọba là wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Ọlọ́run sọ pé ọba ti ha Ísáàkì jáde.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà. 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 Ó dáa sà, yes sir. Now, there is a very important issue here which really bothers me. You can see through our colleagues that ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ń sọ ẹ̀kọ́ àtúnṣe nítorí position tí Yorùbá wà lẹ́nu. A rí i pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló ń sọ ẹ̀kọ́ àtúnṣe ní. And there must be a way out of this chain that Yorùbá is in. Now, that now brings me back to the issue of that the caller mentioned regarding that we are about to be overrun. Now, they were talking about Ruga in recent times. Even though suspended, they didn't say it's been cancelled.
Suspended, yeah.
So there is the likelihood that they might rebrand it and bring it through the back door. Because some elder from the north said 2 days ago that whether we like it or not, they have to go ahead with it. Now, Ruga, what is your opinion, sir? And what do you think is the meaning of Ruga?
In simple layman terms, Ruga is a term that was coined by the Hausas for cow settlement. Ruga means cow settlement. Now, the only difficult aspect of this thing is in the Yoruba part of Nigeria. Láti ìgbà tí àwa ti jọjú tàti kiri láti mọ àwọn Hausa pọ̀ máa ń dá màálù wọn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá without any problems, you know. Mr. Ademuyiwa Onabanjo will probably be in support of what I'm about to say now. Ní ìlú Ṣàgámù, wọ́n ní tó ń pè ní sábó ń bẹ̀ àbí? Kí ni wọ́n ń ṣe ní sábó? Wọ́n dá màálù, wọ́n ta súyà. Níbi tẹ́mi náà ti wá, ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, nílùú Abẹ́òkúta, there is a particular community in Abẹ́òkúta called Sabo. Jẹ́ pé these Hausa people are known for cattle rearing. Jẹ́ pé predominantly àwọn Hausa ló ń gbé bẹ̀. Bí tẹ́mi náà gbé ni briefly. Now, this Ruga thing, the government is wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ introduce it sí. It's just a way, because in the whole of Nigeria, we only know of one place that belongs to the federal government, which is the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. That is the only place that belongs to the federal government. Every other state in Nigeria belongs to that state. So, which means every citizen in any state, you are entitled to understand what goes on within your environment, within your community, as long as you have a state governor, which we already have. Now, in Kotiya and trying to find out in Senegal, into one try to say, this program they are trying to initiate. It is to the detriment of the Yorubas. Yes, because all this it is a secret way of promoting terrorism.
Mr. Obanleowo,
yes, sir.
Let me simplify this for you. Omokaro Ojire. Má bínú. If you have a recorder, please, I have a definition of frugal here. Can you more Olokoto Wawa? Timba Soton, I will continue my moderation. She will call you more Nkoto Fresh Butu at your love. Now, I'm going to read to you what Ruga is all about. Give it an analysis of about 1 minute, then we proceed the program. Nítorí pé kí n tó jẹ́ Nigeria, mo ti wá ní ìlú kan. Ìlú tí mo ti wá nílẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Kí n tó wá láti ìlú yẹn, ẹgbẹ́ àti mo kó lẹ̀ mo jẹ́ ọmọ Ọ̀ṣun state. Mo jẹ́ ọmọ Western region. Kó tó di pé mo di ọmọ Nigeria. So, gbogbo kátà sọ lẹ́ni, ó wà lórí ìjọ iwájú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ká wá mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣubú tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. And I'm going to read the definition of Ruga as established during my research. And I'm going to read it 3 times so you can take recorder and record it and replay it. Ruga is a compound set of ranches, schools, vet clinics, forage farms, hospitals, police posts, roads, abattoirs, markets, and bus parks in a single settlement. Ruga is an Hausa word that means village or settlement. I'm taking it again for your understanding. Ruga is a compound set of ranches. I'm reading this because many people have equated Ruga and ranches as if they mean the same thing. I was listening to a program during the week and somebody was giving an analysis and he said Ruga was being used in the past and ranches is being used now. No. Ruga is a compound of set of ranches. That is, the ranches could be more than 10 within the vicinity area. A compound set of ranches with schools, veterinary clinics, forage farms means a mini on-day resort. Let me take this call, then I will read the definition to you again. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, sir. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for calling. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
My name is Wale Kaka. I'm calling from London. I want to the program.
Hello, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm very fine, sir.
Is that the senator?
Carson.
Who is that?
Carson.
Eh?
Go on, sir. Go on with your comments, sir.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon.
Go on, sir. Go on, sir. We are hearing you loud and clear.
My name is Wale Kaka.
Okay. Just sir, continue. My friend came back and look at television because all these talks bashing boy be.
Okay.
The program is still going to remain.
Now, my comment comments are this.
Okay, sir.
Ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí a fẹ̀sọ̀ ká fi kébù sí.
À ń gbọ́ yín, sir.
Ẹjọ́ báyìí kọ́ sí.
À ń gbọ́ yín, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ, à ń gbọ́ yín, sir.
Mo ní nílẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí a fẹ̀sọ̀ kébù sí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rí nǹkan tó ń lé wa náà ká tó máa sáré.
Ṣé ẹ tí rí nǹkan tó lé yín sìn, sir, pẹ̀lú rúgà?
Kò sí kankan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, sir.
Ẹjọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ gbogbo àsùn ká kọrí síbi kan náà. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká play into the hands of some mischievous politicians.
From what part of the nation, sir?
I am an Nigerian man. Gbogbo àwọn adájọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ àwọn àtẹ̀wé tí mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí àti ẹ̀jẹ̀ jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ kan tí ẹ mọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí àwọn herdsmen pa directly.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, sir, can you give us your perspective of issues as regarding Ruga, sir? As Ruga.
My perspective is this. Now, I don't know when our society became what it is today. It has depleted so much that we believe anything. We believe anything. Well, to spread. I am saying it authoritatively. Could see any part of Nigeria so they run, so they try, so they attempt that they run to Yoruba land over.
Okay, sir. Are you perceiving any danger? Imminent?
There's none.
There is none. Okay, sir. We got.
And some of us know those behind it, those sponsoring it. Don't let anybody play with our fears. You know.
Olórogwale kaka. Olórogwale kaka.
Problem one, yes.
Olórogwale kaka.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I shake on this side. Okay.
I know the person that just called him. It's a brother.
Now, please let's go on with the program because we are being watched from across the world. I was trying to explain to you, viewers, the definition of Ruga. By the definition, you can understand where we are going. Ruga is a compact set of ranches, schools, veterinary clinics, forage farms, hospitals, police posts, roads, abattoir, market, and bus parks in a single settlement. Ruga is an Hausa word that means village or settlement. I am reading this to you, viewers, so that you can digest it and understand that if Ruga is a compact set of ranches that is going to have schools, veterinary clinics, forage farms means a mini holiday resort, like you are having an hotel with lots of assemblage of swimming pools and that. Forage farms, where you can go for convenience and enjoy themselves like mini hotel area. Hospitals, police posts, roads. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Am I alive?
Yes, sir. You are alive, sir. Please go on, sir.
Yes, sir. Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ Ruga yìí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir.
Ó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tipẹ́. Kọ́là tó kọ́ọ̀lù láti yẹ ẹni ọmọ kan tó ń ṣọ. Tó bá jẹ́ bàbá ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti fi àtúnṣe ti yìnbọn fún.
Ẹ ṣé, sir.
Tàbí tó bá jẹ́ àbúrò ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti padà lò. Ọ̀nà àbí tó bá jẹ́ ẹbí tó fi ilẹ̀ sílé òun pàṣẹ lóyìnbó làwọn Fúlàní ti lọ ṣe lọ́ṣẹ́. Ìjọba tó ń sọ yẹn kò ní máa jáde gbòòrò ẹnu ẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣé, sir.
Sọ̀rọ̀ mi yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir.
Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti wà níbẹ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ àwa Yorùbá a ti sùn èkìrí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir.
Èkejì gbogbo àwọn tá a pè lólórí pátápátá tó àtàwọn ọba o àtàwọn tó láwọn wà níjọba gbogbo wọn ti ta wà pátápátá wọn ti gbowó sápò. Gbogbo àwọn olórí wa gbogbo nígbà tó pa Bíọ́lá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó ṣàlàyé bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir. I met him here.
Wọ́n ti gbowó lórí Ruga gbogbo wọn ti gbowó sápò. àwọn innocent life ló máa tẹ̀lé wọn tí tó máa gbalẹ̀ wọn lọ́wọ́ tí Yorùbá ò bá dìde náà bá dìde àìfàìmọ̀ ká má gbà sí Orísun ká má ní ìtàgé tọ́ka sí ní lórílẹ̀ èdè àgbáyé.
ẹ ṣe gan ni sà.
a ní láti dìde ká kó ara wa jọ àwọn àgbẹ̀ tó ń fẹ̀mí ara wọn àwọn ọlọ́dẹ tó ń fẹ̀mí ara wọn lélẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ká sì wọ́n lẹ́yìn gbogbo ọ̀nà irú ọkùnrin tó pa ní last week ń sè tó pa ní Èkìtì ó yẹ ká lera káwọ kan sí àwa Yorùbá torí ìjà wa ni wọ́n ń jà fún ìjà wa ni wọ́n ń jà fún.
ẹ ṣe gan ni sà.
adúlá ti gbé gbèsè ọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà.
ṣebí òun náà ti kọ́ bá ó ti fi ẹ̀mí àjẹjẹ kò lé wa lórí yẹn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà àti bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
wọ́n máa rẹ̀ sí géètì ẹni gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
wọ́n ti gbé láwàní náà lé ọba Ìwó náà lọ́wọ́.
ìyẹn tiẹ̀ lè ní àmọ̀ pé ìyẹn òṣọba Yorùbá ọba Fúlàní láti tẹ̀. because ọ̀rọ̀ fídíò jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀ látọjọ́ tí mo ti mọ̀ tó yẹ òṣọba Yorùbá.
ẹ ṣe gan ni sà. Though, so viewers, we are down to heart today because we are talking about Yoruba race, and this touches everybody's heart, and we can see that. Restructuring, sir.
Let me pull down the memory lane.
Yes, sir.
Restructuring, we've been clamoring for it long time. Awolowo, kilo sun Awolowo dey become the sponsor of who against the Babangida. Ṣebí nítorí pé
Abiola lè fẹ́ sọ. Abiola lè fẹ́ sọ.
Awolowo.
Okay.
Awolowo. Bàbá Awolowo gbẹ́rú ó ṣàkọni ni because gbogbo nǹkan tó ń plan ṣebí Akíntọ́lá ló lọ sáàṣìírí. Àbílẹ̀kọ̀. Ìgbà tó tẹ̀sí bàbá wọ́n ní bàbá àṣírí ti tú o ẹ̀ṣọ́ ọkùnrin. Kí wọ́n má máa fi bàbá ṣẹ̀sìn. Bàbá ṣọkùnrin ni. Bàbá ṣàkọni. Ṣọ́rọ̀ mi yé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sọ.
Gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá látàyè láti gbà sí Western region government collapse. Kò sí development kan tá à ní tọ́ka sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sọ.
Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Now, àwọn ará bíi àwọn ló ń ṣèjọba all along.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sọ.
Not that typhoon every store develop anything. And every time sábà ti pariwo the surgery, wọ́n á fa àwọn
Wọ́n á kílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ni sọ.
wọ́n á fowó dì wọ́n lẹ́nu and that will be the end. Yóò di orí ikú Abíọ́lá ló yẹ ká ti pín tá a bá lu inú. Orí ikú Abíọ́lá ló yẹ ká ti pín ká ti declare Oòduà state. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ restructuring kankan ò lè ṣe àkọsílẹ̀ tó ti jẹ́ Fúlàní ló wà níjọba. Kò sí lọ tó fẹ́ jẹ́ restructuring tó kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ fún ọ̀ ní àláwẹ̀. The only thing tó make sense ni pé kí gbogbo Yorùbá ká mọ̀ pé yẹ fún Oòduà Republic wà láfẹ́. Báwọn Igbo ṣe ń béèrè Biafra káwọn náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń béèrè Oòduà legitimately and legally. There are legal mechanisms to put these things in place. So that's my submission.
Okay. Bless you, sir. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sir. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sir. Yes, sir.
Ẹjọ́ olùdarí pọ̀ kọfẹ́sárì sọ̀rọ̀ kan based on nǹkan tó ń sọ. Ṣẹ́rí kó tí mò ń ká wò, whichever way we look at it, I know a lot of people are going to be looking at it with mixed feelings. Because ṣẹ́rí bóníkálukú àmì tó ní kálukú gbà wo Nàìjíríà ó yàtọ̀. Èmi ò believe pé kí lílo Nàìjíríà ká pín sọ́nà mẹ́ta is the lasting solution. It is not. Ẹ jẹ́ gbé.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Orúkọ yín sàgbé ẹ ti ń kọ.
Fẹ́mi ọmọ orúkọ mi ní fẹ́ dárúkọ bí mo ti ń pè ó ti yẹ báyìí.
Ó ti yé mi sir, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ sir.
Fẹ́mi Babalá ló ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Okay, sir.
Ẹ wò ó, bàbá tó sọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn, tó máa ń ní èèyàn ní Nàìjíríà tó ní fámílì kò yẹ kó ń sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Mo wà ní age of 41 years tí mo sọ pé mo fẹ́ contest fún Nigeria president. Kò yé àwọn Yorùbá kí ló fà á tí mo fi mo fẹ́ contest fún Nigeria president. Àǹkẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá, wọ́n kàn wò mí wọ́n fi ń ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́. Pé kí ni mo rí? Wọ́n ò tẹ̀lé pèlè pé kí ló dé? Ẹgbẹ́ ìyá pọ̀ ọmọ yìí láti 2011. Tó lè tọ̀, wọ́n ò pè mí pé kí ló tẹ̀ kí ló fà á? Kí ni mo rí? Ọ̀rọ̀ náà ti fẹ́ ó ti súnmọ́ sílé báyìí. Ó ó ti súnmọ́ sílé àti tí ó ní ọ̀fẹ́ ní Yorùbá lè ní kí nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ lókè
kó tó jábọ́
ó bàbá ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti jábọ́ tán rẹ̀ mi ní bọ́lá pàtó ó ti jábọ́ tán rẹ̀ di. Number one nípa ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà nípa Boko Haram ìrẹ̀ framework kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ Boko Haram tó ń tọ́kùnrin. Number two nípa ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Fúlàní yìí mo travel kúrò ní Nàìjíríà mi ìwọ ọkọ̀ òfurufú kúrò Nàìjíríà ẹsẹ̀ ni mo fi kúrò ní Nàìjíríà kì í ṣe mi nìkan nínú àwọn tí wọ́n kidnap gbà yẹn ní Tramasai Tumba ní between Niger border and Nigeria tó kidnap wa tó gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn Fúlàní mo wà nù wọn àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan lè máa tọ́ mi báyìí wọ́n lè máa ọmọ yìí kò pọ̀ nù wọn dáadáa àwọn ọmọ bìnrin kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n lè fún wa ní message 2019 to 2020 they will conquer Nigeria. It's not a joke, it's reality. Nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà àánú Yorùbá ṣe ní tó ní agbára gidi gan. Mo pè bàbá Fẹ́dí Fashion ní 2015. Mo ṣàlàyé everything fún bàbá Fẹ́dí Fashion bàbá nǹkan báyìí ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà. Kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ negotiation náà polówó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọ́n jù látà lọ́wọ́. Ṣé ní nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ ó ní agbára?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Wọ́n ti ní pé kó má ṣe ọ̀rọ̀
rúgà mọ́.
Nǹkan tó tún ń bọ̀ ní tún ní agbára.
Wọ́n máa lọ rí okay.
No, ẹ máa gbọ́ mi, they are going to set up wọ́n ti súnmọ́ wa tán. Wọ́n ti súnmọ́ wa tán Olódùmarè gbọ́ kí Yorùbá yá múra gbọ́n báyìí kí àwọn ọba lẹ́nu Yorùbá tó yá ìdè báyìí kí akábá ẹ̀ kó yá kí ní òkúdọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀. Torí nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ ó ní agbára o. Gidi gan, bàbá tó tún ẹ̀dá ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn kó jáde ti lọ sùn kó lọ wo ló tún bá ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ní tó ní ọmọ Adókúta lòun. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ ní agbára gidi gan, wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ lórí fóònù mọ́, wọ́n lè lọ Telegram, they talk like deaf and dumb.
Wọ́n ti ní rédíò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
No, ẹgbàgbé rédíò, they talk like deaf and dumb. Èmi tẹ́ ìwò yìí, wọ́n ti gbé ní strong home wọn níbi tó pè ní Sotajano ní láti ní Gino Kanaki. Ṣé ní Ọlọ́run lò mí fún nǹkan tí mi mọ̀ nǹkan tó wọn lòun fún ìgbà tí mo travel tí mo lọ káàkiri gbogbo Áfíríkà, West Africa fún gbogbo adìrò òyìnbó. Nǹkan tó máa ń fọ́pọ̀ ní agbára ta. Contract tí wọ́n sign ní dúró ní civil war. Wọ́n ní báwọn làwọn ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n láti achieve èèmù wọn o. Wọ́n fẹ́ achieve èèmù wọn fi sòótọ́ fún yín o.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni.
Ẹ sọ fún just point of correction ẹni tó pè lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn kò sọ fún wọn pé ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tàbí he said he's an Ìjẹ̀bú-man. Just clarify that.
Hello sir. Mr. Wale Kaka said he's an Ìjẹ̀bú-man. Torí kọ́ máa lọ aṣọ ṣe tẹ̀ mọ́ di àpẹẹrẹ. Ẹ ṣe gan Mr. Babalola. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Viewers, I think you've had us and we are still on it. Once again, please, I'm going to relate to you the true meaning of Ruga. Ruga is a compound set of branches, schools, veterinary clinics, forage farms, hospitals, police posts, roads, abattoir, market, and bus parks in a single settlement. Ruga is an Hausa word for village or settlement. I think that should be enough to let us understand what is coming. Even though it's been suspended, they're not saying that it's been cancelled. But ṣé wọ́n tún máa lọ rebrand ẹ̀ láti ìgbélé wa lórí ni? Gbogbo aláfi tí sílẹ̀ ta gbọ́ nǹkan tí arákùnrin yẹn sọ, Mr. Babalola, Europe náà ti sọ̀rọ̀. Tí wọ́n bá rí wọn ní sọ. Ṣé gbogbo àwa lè sùn ká kọrí síbi kan náà bí? Àtúnṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin, ó wà lọ́wọ́ èmi. Ọ̀nà tá a bá lè gbà tí nǹkan tó bá yóò fi ní jábọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbìyànjú àwọn ọba wa, àwọn ìjòyè, gbogbo àwọn tán ni wá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá gẹ́gẹ́ bí olórí, ẹ jẹ́ ká kóra wa jọ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan nítorí pé Odùduwà ẹlẹ́dàá ẹ̀ ó ń wò wá, ẹlẹ́dàá Awólọ́wọ̀ ó ń wò wá, ẹlẹ́dàá Abíọ́lá gbogbo àwọn tó jìyà fún títí kú sẹ́yìn spirit wọn ò sun. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jókòó ká ronú ká lè mọ bí tá à ń lọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá before we are overrun. Not being alarmist, but tí a bá sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ní wákàtí ọ̀wọ̀ ká bára wa sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá jábọ́ tán a máa blame ara wa, ṣùgbọ́n ká sọ nípa tiwa pé a ṣe wọn tá a lè ṣe. Mr. Obanleowo, I want to do your last comment.
Fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí a mú wá láti ilé, I think it's high time that we begin to understand that Nigeria belongs to all of us. Whether you are an Hausa man, a Fulani, an Igbo man, a South, or from the southern part of Nigeria. My simple message to all our leaders and every Nigerian, both home and in diaspora, is this. We cannot relent in our efforts to make Nigeria a better country. For those of us who live in diaspora, UK, Canada, America, wherever you are, we must always remember one thing. We are all sojourners in a foreign land. I sincerely hope that all our leaders in Nigeria are watching this program, and for those of you who have the opportunity to tune in to watch this program, I am sure you will use this platform to get across to the wider public and make sure that this message and this program that has been aired today gets across to a lot of people that are meaningful and that want to make a meaningful contribution back to the progress and development of Nigeria.
Honorable Onabanjo.
Yes, sir. What are we really talking about? I mean, somebody just said it's all
something
rules.
bigger is coming.
It's all rules that nothing like that is happening. But we keep reading in the papers every day. We keep reading online every day.
Maybe it's in a different government, isn't it?
Even the federal government itself announced it was suspending it, which means something is happening. Honestly, I don't know why we reduce to academic exercise what is staring us in the face. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, they say restructuring is not possible. Some people say it. What number of people say it? As far as I'm concerned, it's nothing. I mean, it's nothing but restructuring. Impossible is nothing, as far as I'm concerned. You can't say certain things are not possible. How is it impossible?
Let's just answer this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Pẹ̀lẹ́ sir. Orúkọ yín sir àti ibi tẹ́ ti ń pè.
Orúkọ mi ni Abíọ́dún Ìgbéláàgbé.
Ẹ ṣé sir, bá wa dá sètò yìí sir.
Àwọn Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní ọmọdé ní wàá kàn ní ògùn pẹ̀lú ìgbìgbì dání. Pẹ̀lú ìgbìgbì dání tí wọ́n ti gbé fún un. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá èyí sọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ jù ní pé ó yẹ kí a lọ conduct kí Yorùbá ká jókòó wọ́n gbé ifá sí ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan bọ̀ pẹ̀lú ilẹ̀ kí àwọn àgbàlagbà Yorùbá kan búra kó wọ́n ní tàwa mọ́ wọ́n bá búra kí wọ́n ní tàwa mọ́ tó bá búra tó bá kà wá ẹ̀dọ́ á bọ́ lára tí a bá ń ṣe bó ṣe ń lọ yìí ní ogún ọdún tí ó dáwà yìí àṣọ Yorùbá wà pàmò àmì pàmò.
Àmín.
Àgbàdọ́sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́kan yẹn lóòótọ́ lọ́gbà yẹn rò pé ó dà yẹn pé bọ́gà tí ó jẹ́ nílùú òyìnbó ó dà yẹn pé ó ti pọ̀ jù.
Àdìsọ ó dàbẹ̀ pé ó wà níjọba.
Wọ́n ní ó ṣe mí rí ní adìyẹ àdúgbò pé ẹni tó bá ṣe rí òun ló mọ̀ ẹni kàn ló mọ̀ àwọn tó ń pa ara mọ́ wọn ní igbó tí wọ́n tó wọn ní pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ owó gidigidi If he was doing a particular like that, I don't think what he was saying would be saying. But by and large, the number one open, ìbáwọn ohun tí ó wà ní orí òkè kọ́
Ó taṣọ sásà.
ó sì lè ọ̀tàṣọ sá ṣùgbọ́n tó à ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní pé káwọ́ dáadáa o wọ́n ṣe o because the national assembly desire role to cause friction among Yorùbá torí àwọn ọ̀gbìn ìjọba jẹ́ ọ̀nà wọn ń da ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà.
Táwọn àwọn ọ̀gbìn ìjọba jẹ́ ẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá padà wálé àkójọ òun ẹ̀jẹ̀ káyọ̀ kan jẹbọ wọ́n wá jẹbọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kan wá búra wọ́n wá búra ébi sọ̀pọ̀ náà wọ́n búra ní sọ̀pọ̀ láì ló bí nǹkan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n bá búra ń bẹ̀ wọ́n máa ṣáájú má ṣe ṣùgbọ́n fọ́jú wọn ṣùgbọ́n pápápá pẹ̀lú ilé ọ̀nà.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà. Viewers, thank you for listening, and let me just remind us. Sometimes ago, there was a video that actually we relayed in several programs that I've hosted, and right now, actually, because it's late, but by God's grace, by next time when we are having the program, I'm going to relay the video again. It's an American security expert, and he was sounding that note of warning to the leaders of the world that can they wait to allow this doom coming to Nigeria to happen? And he was charging the system in America that Nigeria is a well-recognized nation, good to everybody, and can they just steer while this country crumbles? Because he said the disaster that is coming is going to be a magnitude that will be worse than the old Europe problem. And we are talking about an American security, a white man, an American security expert, which goes to show that there are things happening underground that we may not know and understand. The reason why I'm trying to remind us of that video, coupled with the warning that Obasanjo had given, that the entire West Africa is about to be Islamized, coupled with the opinion of Danjuma, both who are elder statesmen in Nigeria, now brings home to the point that Mr. Femi from Sweden has just spoken. So there are things that is coming that we may not perceive now, but you as a Yoruba man, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́ lọ pé ọmọ tí ó dùwà bí ní ẹ̀yin ọmọlúwàbí kí lẹ mọ̀ nípa nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká ké rárá nítorí pé ó ń bọ̀ wọ́n ní àwọn là ń dẹ́ẹ̀dẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ ní pé tọ́run bá máa wó kò ní sọ̀rọ̀ ẹnìkan ó máa kàn mí ó máa kàn yẹn o kí la lè ṣe láti má jẹ́ kílẹ̀ Yorùbá kó dàrú kí la lè ṣe láti má jẹ́ kílẹ̀ Yorùbá kó parun. Our time òyìnbó, we want to have a home to return back to. Àwọn ọmọ wa a fẹ́ kàn gbé sájò torí pé àwa tá wọ̀ lájò gangan inú ewu ńlá la wà. Àjò tá wà wọn fẹ́ wa ń bẹ̀. À ń gbìyànjú láti jẹ́ kí ká blend mọ́ wọn pé à ń fọ́sàrà ara wa lé wọn lórí ni. Tó bá ní gìjà lọ́la wọ́n ní ká padà sí ìlú yín níbo la fẹ́ padà sí. Tábánítọ̀ àwọn òtẹ́ ọ̀fẹ́ nítorí àárín ìlú yìí mọ́ kí la fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n dẹ̀ ní pé odò tó bá ṣàn tó bá wà gbé orísun ẹ̀ ó máa ń gbé ni o àwọn ìgbàgbé ilé torí pé we love Nigeria so much, we love our Yoruba land, we love our commerce, we love our talents, we love our music, we love our Yoruba hood. Everything in Yoruba is unique across the world, and Yoruba is well acknowledged. Why are we playing a second fiddle in our current Nigeria? Why are we staring at a danger coming and yet we are not acknowledging? And those who are benefiting from the current mediocrity are those that are now saying that no danger is coming. Well, may posterity judge every one of us as we try to round up the program today. Thank you very much. May God Almighty bless you all. And Yorùbá Nation kò ní bàjẹ́ o. Olúwa tó rán wa níṣẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àyànfẹ́ láti ṣe léyìí kó má fi ṣàṣìmọ̀ fún wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kún fàdúrà fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Lágbára Ọlọ́run Yorùbá á gbẹ́rù dórí o. Gbogbo ìmọ̀ta lórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kò ní ṣẹ o. Ọlọ́run tó dá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá fún ìdí kan tàbí ìdí kejì tó fi jẹ́ pé àwa ló Bíbélì tá dẹ̀ ń ṣe nǹkan rárá gbogbo àgbáyé là ń build tá à ń túnṣe tó dẹ̀ recognize pé these are Yorùbá talents. The same zeal, the same talent, the same urge to make happen. Afẹ́ gbé wá sílé kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kó lè túnṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n under the current dispensation, can Nigeria ever move? Can Yorùbá land ever move? Now, please think deep and let us see how to move forward as Yoruba people. Thank you very much and good night.
Bó ti yá. Gbogbo aláyẹyẹ pẹ̀lú ní pàtì àti ilé ìjọsìn ẹ fẹ́ ṣe polówó. Heritage TV. Heritage TV. Wọ́n bẹ nílùú London o. Heritage TV. Wọ́n fọwọ́ wọn sọ̀yà o. Heritage TV.
Ẹ̀yin aráàlú London ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti gbọ́ pé iléeṣẹ́ Heritage TV tún ti gbé àrà tuntun yọ o. Gbogbo àríyá yín pátápátá la ó máa bá yín polongo rẹ̀ jákèjádò gbogbo ayé ká máa ṣayẹyẹ ní London ká sì máa wò l'Amẹ́ríkà ní Nàìjíríà àti káàkiri àgbáyé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àti lójú kan náà bó jẹ́ lórí fídíò tàbí lórí photograph tó mọ́lẹ̀ yékéyéké Heritage TV ní bàbá o. Gbogbo àwọn ayẹyẹ yín bí ọjọ́ ìbí ìsìnkú àgbà ìgbéyàwó àjọ̀dún ilé ìjọsìn yín Heritage Television ní kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ tààràtà ìlú London la wà United Kingdom la tẹ̀dó sí ẹ kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 020-800-46100 tàbí lórí ẹ̀rọ alátagbà wa ayẹyẹ@heritagetv.co.uk àti lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká 0734-123-4560 Heritage TV àbálẹ̀tù ọmọdé làwó.
Meritabod Nigeria Limited Emerald Garden City. Meritabod Nigeria Limited Emerald Garden City.
Moses, Dad, my wife told me that you have bought a land and complete a good-looking duplex on it. Yes, from buying the plot to the completion only takes less than 3 months. What about Omonile? Omonile like how? I didn't deal with them. I bought the land from Meritabod Nigeria Limited. Meritabod? Yes, Meritabod. Rachel Onega and Prince Jide Kosoko are the ambassador for Meritabod, and these two individuals boost my confidence and trust that make me to buy from them. And that is not all. They even help me in building our new home. I only visit the site on completion to collect our keys and exchange paperwork, which amounts to more than double savings. Usually, for people like us living abroad, you have to take time off work so many times to travel back home to do the work, or the Yahoo contractors will show you big time. Yes, I was wondering, as I always see you every week. Let me tell you, I was in Nigeria for only 4 days and everything is campy EQS. I didn't lose money by not going to work. Meritabod is the best. What about the cost of calling them every day? They use UK number, so you will not be running up the phone bill to call them. I beg, give me their details. Telephone 020-3865-8087 or 081-734-47111. Email info@meritabod.com. Their website is www.meritabod.com. Meritabod Nigeria Limited is the developer for Emerald Garden City Estate Series. You can even pay by installments. Our locations are Shimawa, Ibejuleki, Arepo, Agbara, Ikorodu, Mowe Ofada, and Asheshe. Meritabod, build my confidence and trust.